What's going on, guys? It is Jordan from AnyGamerWelcome, a channel where they help small YouTubers get their name out there. Because I'll tell you right now, it is difficult. When you have a new channel, it's really hard to get your name out there when there's a bunch of people doing the same thing. But what a way to start off the video. I was juiced. But I wanted to go ahead and skip to the middle because I was getting really messed up in the beginning. I was like, man, am I gonna quit? But I didn't quit. I stuck to it, and this is why you don't. You can really turn things around for yourself. But I almost had the Moab. Unfortunately, they stopped me because, you know, all you got to do really at this map is hold down the back corner. All you got to do is patrol A and B, just run back and forth and check on everything. I'm not saying like camp, but patrol the area. But sometimes, you know what? You just got to camp. Do what you got to do. Don't let people tell you, you know, you're camping. No, I would like, you just got to hold it down, man. You can't please everybody. I'm just out there looking out for myself, trying to stay alive. But anyway, I want to talk to you guys about two things. First thing is Face Off. How do you guys feel about Face Off? I downloaded the maps and there's a reason they are free. They aren't good, but it's okay. I still enjoyed them, but I'm glad that I didn't pay money for them because I don't really like the 2v2 and 1v1. 2v2 is alright, but you know what? There's always, I felt like when I was playing, there was always a point where I was by myself. And people, I always had new teammates coming in, and it's just really random. So you know, if you're gonna do Face Off, I don't know if you can go into it with two people, but if you can, go ahead and make sure you got a partner because there are people that are gonna quit on you, and you're gonna be left by yourself. Now the 1v1. Now, didn't they learn their lesson from cage matches in Modern Warfare 2? And Modern Warfare 2 cage matches, they actually had to take it out of the playlist because all people were doing was boosting. Basically what you would do, you would go into the game and say, hey, look, I want fall camo for my intervention. So can I shoot you 29 times in the head? And then you can shoot me 29 times in the head and get whatever camo you want. And then at the 30th death, we'll battle it out. And some people, they would just get the 30 kills and be like, oh, I'm sorry, it was an accident. But if you want to slow down boosting, all you got to do is take out the tactical insertion because that is really, it makes it too easy. Now, there are going to be the people that don't care if the tactical insertion is gone and they will run across the map and let somebody kill them over and over and over. It's just, unfortunately, the gaming community is so big that there are people that are going to do that. Just like the gaming community is so big that there are people that go around using Dead Man's Hand, trying to get kills with that the entire game. I've seen so many videos on YouTube on it, and it pisses me off. I don't know why they put that in this game. Now in Black Ops 2, there are rumors that they are going to take out the Moab or the nuke, anything, and that is also going to help prevent boosting because, guys, why do you boost? You boost for the nuke or you boost for, you know, not any camos really, because that was Modern Warfare 2, you would boost for the camos, but now they level your gun up so you don't have to actually be that great with the gun. So you boost for the nuke or the Moab. And you know, when you don't, in this game, basically, you don't have to boost for camos like I said, so that's the only thing to boost for is the Moab. But if you take that out, and you take out, you know, if you keep in Black Ops 2 leveling up your guns to get camo instead of getting headshots, you will prevent boosting. It's going to slow it down because then what are they going to boost for? And in this game, you know, if, like, you can boost for KD, but who boosts for KD? I really haven't heard a lot of people that have boosted for KD or even seen it, but I've seen the boosting for the Moabs and the nuke, like Infected. That's probably, I'm surprised Infected is even still a playlist because there's so much boosting that goes on. But anyway, you know, if you are going to go into a 1v1 match, make sure you have dead silence on because I want to show you this clip. People go into that with Turtle Beaches because there's not a whole lot of action going on, so they can really hear footsteps, kind of like Search and Destroy. You really want to be stealthy because I was just sitting in this corner texting and I saw this guy walk in front of me out of the corner of my eye, and I look up and I try to go get him and he got me. He turned around and I swear he heard me. He must have had Turtle Beaches. So if you're going to go into like 1v1 or even 2v2, make sure that you put on dead silence because they will hear you. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is getting pulled over and how to avoid getting a ticket. Well, first, if you want to avoid getting pulled over, mostly for speeding, I'm going to talk about speeding. If you're going to speed, make sure you're not speeding by yourself. This is for all the people that drive. If you don't drive, well, make sure you know this for the future information because at one point you are going to speed. You are not going to avoid it. You will speed at one point. So if you're going to speed, make sure you're not speeding by yourself and make sure you're not in the front. If you're going to speed, make sure someone's about 50 to 100 yards in front of you and they're going about the same speed. You know, if you're in a 40 and you want to go 50, make sure there's somebody in front of you because if there's a cop up ahead, they're going to radar the other person first, and that's when you know to slow down. Even if like they don't get pulled over, if the person in front of you slams on their brakes for some reason, that means they saw a cop. So you can slam on your brakes even sooner, and the cop will most likely not see you. Now, if you do get pulled over, here's a few tips, because I've been pulled over 5 times in the course of 2.5 years. I've never had a ticket. And, you know, I must have that personality that I'm just really nice, but I keep a smile on my face. I never get frustrated. And, you know, don't act nervous. Although your heart will be racing, it's very nerve-wracking, but you can avoid getting a ticket. Now, if you're going to get a ticket, or if you're going to get pulled over, make sure you know where your license and registration is. Don't shuffle around for it and look for it for so long when the cop gets to your car, because they don't like that. Sorry, I think I was texting here, but they don't like that. Make sure you have everything ready. And another thing, you know, be nice, try and make conversation. Do not have an attitude, because that is one of the worst things you can do to yourself, is have an attitude with the cop. If you don't agree with why he pulled you over, just talk it out, but don't give him any attitude. Don't roll your eyes. Be polite. Try and make conversation with them. You know, I ask them, like, because in my area, a lot of cops have chargers, but some don't. So I'm like, hey, how'd you get the Charger? You know, what do you have to do? Do you have to do something special to get a Dodge Charger? Cop car? An undercover car? So, you know, just make conversation, be nice, and always pull off into an area where they can get out safely, like a neighborhood or a McDonald's or parking lot, because, you know, they're gonna know that you like kind of care about their life. So anyway, that is a few tips on how to avoid getting a ticket. And, you know, look out for more videos, and my channel is LegitGaming360, and I am out. Thanks, guys.